Whoa, who's this guy?
An old man wearing tracksuit trousers leans on the frame stock of his rifle. He gathers a big ball of spit in his mouth, then spits it out into the extinguished fire before him. He raises his black eyes, hooded by creased eyelids, to meet yours.
Are you the fire guy?
The what now? I can't hear you.
Did you recently tell two kids to put out their fire? Two twins?
I may have. All sorts of little rats have come sniffing around, trying to give up the position. Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a grown-up.
Did you close the blast door?
I did. And you opened it. How?
I fueled the generator, then used the console.
I should have burned that console down.
He shakes his head. Yeah, how did you know I was coming?
Reactionary rock and roll music. Playing on the water.
Oh, yeah, that was me.
I told you not to play shitty rock.
Yeah, you didn't say that, Cuno. You weren't even on the boat.
Fucking old man. Couldn't keep his rock in.
He whispers, agitated.
Technically, this wasn't traditional rock. It was more independent melodic.
That wasn't even ordinary rock. It was...
Shh. You're making us look like shit.
It was not rock and roll. It was a sad FM. Yeah, it was not reactionary. It was cool.
The fascists were right about rock and roll. It is degenerate. Hip gyrating, mental illness music.
Okay, nice gun you've got there.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. But it gets the job done.
What make of rifle is that exactly?
It's a 3-Angong 446.
Southeast Samarin made. Exotic. Must be defunct too. No modern rifle manufacturer of that name springs to mind.
Whoa! Massive gun!
Cuno looks at the weapon.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
He passed the rifle. The Xin Yao commune?
You heard me. It's good now. Like chalk wiped from the board.
His gaze turned inwards.
He's right. Almost no one remembers there was a third metastasis of the world revolution in the Safre Empire, extinguished in '06.
It's not wiped from the board. I remember it.
They wouldn't like hearing their name in your mouth. Damn dog.
So, I need you to put down that gun so we can talk further. We are with the police. Yeah, I'm with the police. You can keep the gun, but keep it down. Not one move. Yeah?
The fuck?
Kuno's looking at you like you just yourself.
No fucking way. Not on Cuno's life.
With his finger pointing at the deserter through his jacket pocket, the kid turns to the old man.
Officer Cuno's got his Keel 89 pointed at your fucking head, and he is gonna blow it clean off if you don't drop your weapon right now!
His pointed finger is moving inside his pocket.
Even with the intensity he's putting in those words and the fidgeting in his pocket, the kid is unconvincing.
Disarmed by a kid. To hell with it. It's a walking stick anyway.
Not in a million years does he believe Cuno is armed. Perhaps it's the best end he can hope for.
It's out of bullets.
The old man lays the rifle down carelessly, then looks at it lying there.
He stares on, his wrinkled mouth moving without a sound. A strange sadness, like a song.
What did you say?
The future teaches you to be alone.
The present.
The present.
The present to be afraid and cold.
The old man pulls back the hood of his plastic cape and looks up into the sky. It's blue-gray, the same color as the sea. Yeah, those words, the future teaches you.
Real music. Real brilliant kult. That's la Revacholière, not your rock and roll misanthropy. Chanson de soldat of the black and whites.
Marching song.
I'm not a misanthrope. I'm a half-dead police officer who just doing his job. I know La Revacholière. It's the marching song of the World Revolution.
There you go. 1 of 3. In Grad, they sang Brave Children, favorites of history. And in Sinyao, it was some Samaran shit, I guess.
In Sinyao, they sang Boy with a Scythe, Golden Sun.
First, it wasn't some Samaran hit. It was Boy with a Scythe.
I fucking know what they sang. I watched those little fuckers die in my arms. Little ones came to help us. Got cut to shreds. You don't fucking tell me what they sang.
He closes his eyes and exhales to calm himself. How does it go, the song?
How did it go?
He looks at his gun on the ground and shakes his head slowly.
Something about shooting rabbits. I don't know. I can't remember. It doesn't matter. It's gone now.
So, if I can shoot rabbits, then I can shoot fascists too. Those are the next lines.
So if I can shoot rabbits, then I can shoot fascists too.
What are you talking about?
He squints at the looks you straight in the eye, 2 black beads moist from the sea air.
He doesn't recognize it.
Yeah, pick up the gun lying in the sand.
His gaze follows your motions. The rifle feels surprisingly light in your hand. Frame stocked and patched in places with tape and wire.
Okay, inspect it closer.
The rifle's in a shabby state, like a crutch that's seen too much travel. Hieroglyphs are embossed into the forearm, made of walnut. They say Triangong 4.46, Sin Yao Commune, for Safre and for all mankind.
I know Seraïs.
This is the Vulgate Seraïs. You can barely intuit the words. No is stretching it.
Cuno, I know Seraïs.
Super cool. What's it say?
He sounds incredulous. For Safre and for all mankind.
That's what the little guys told us. Every day at 4 o'clock in the morning, they go on and on about their Safri, their mankind, and Mazov. Those men were commandos. They weren't shit on a stick like us. They were small and...
He doesn't say more. The thought dissipates on his lips. Okay, look at the butt of the gun.
On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burnt into the wood. Triangong, 4.46mm, made in Sinyao.
It's as he said, it's a triangle made in Xinxiao.
This guy smoked a lot of people with this, huh?
No response from the old man. The plastic cape around his shoulders rustles in a small bout of wind.
This uses jacketed ammunition for 46. Okay, stow the gun.
The old man keeps following your motion with his gaze. His right arm twitches suddenly. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession in time.
Who are you?
My name is Iosef Lilianovich Dros. Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th Army of the Commune of Revachol. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war. This is my termless surrender.
There, behind them, across the delta, the Insicom building. Coalition government Insulindian mission control.
Wait! Like the fucking ancient army.
So you are holdover from the ICM, the Insulidian Citizens Militia?
Yes. Recruited from Jamrock in '07. Trained in the École de Contrôle Ariane. Consigned to emergency defense duties in '08. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here on May 14th, the Commune had fallen. Still armed and ideologically trained, I wrote a criticism of myself and resumed partisan duties.
51 minus 8 equals 43.
You've been on this island for 43 years?
No. I've been on other islands, too.
Nevertheless, that's a lot.
I was an resurrection until they turned it into a spa in '18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 22 years ago.
Ooh, again, you've been hiding here for 43 years. You said you deserted your unit. What is this place, this island?
It's not an island, Dwat. It's a defensive fortification of the Commune of Revachol. And I am its last surviving defender.
What was it used for?
The congenitally deformed King Philip II built it to restrict access to the Bay of Revachol. We captured it in '02, retrofitted the fort with an AA gun to defend against an airborne landing. Against the whole world.
You mean the landing, retaking of Revachol?
Coalition military called it Operation Deathblow. I later found out on the radio they called it Deathblow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people on Caillou alone.
First, I'm not one of them. Coalition military, someone who's come to end his madness. Murderers, I know what you mean. Yeah, first, I'm not one of them.
Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people Deathblow?
Yeah, someone who's come to end this madness.
Iblis,
Iblis.
the black-eyed angel.
He nods.
Shaitan Ahura, the darkened one.
Okay, how have you survived all this time?
How does anyone survive? I steal.
Oh,
Now hold on there.
okay, that's a choice. You could have become self-employed, create the system. Yeah, what do you steal?
Supplies, vegetables. I collect rainwater. It's the life of a dog, not a human being.
He coughs once more, then puts his hand on his belly. How's your health?
I've been throwing up blood since winter. Red, like beetroot. Been passing it in stew, too.
Oh boy, that's totally not good.
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age. More like 75 than 65. Trouble putting on weight could mean cancer.
Cuno's dad has this shit. Wine belly. The cops can take care of this, right? Medicine shit. With, like, facilities.
Yes, it may be serious, cancer even. The police can give you medical services. You need to be looked over. Yeah,
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. You have guns. That's all they give you. Toy guns.
we have Dromine and other opioid-based painkillers. You must be in pain.
I have been running out of that stuff.
A light goes on in his eyes. He smacks his dry lips. Okay, this is a serious situation. You need to be looked over and we can do it.
There's nothing to look over. The triage is in, and it's black. Administer morphine. Moribund.
Okay, how have you coped mentally?
I haven't. I have holes in my brain. Years missing. others filled with pain only. A decade of,
His eyes roll into his skull and back.
I don't even know what. Inferno?
Yeah, I also live in hell. I also have holes in my brain. Point to your head. Oh yeah.
No wonder. All your minds are rotting from the radio waves. I watched the traitors of this city turn the lights back on. More and more each year. Ruins glittering in the dark like a fucking merry-go-round. It's disgusting.
He looks down at his shoes. His face parched from the sun and the wind. There is a wince of pain in there somewhere. So, how have you concealed yourself all these years?
It was hard in the tens. I didn't have partisan training. They were searching for stragglers, those bloodhounds. Floodlights on the water at night.
What was it like?
What was it like? There was hope. A little hope. They needed to snuff it out. Martinez and Coal City were turned to dust. But Jamrock, Forburg, even Coron, and Boogie Street, of course. Those fucking kips had Krasmasov coursing in their veins. And others too. Some cordons of Revachol was still fighting. There were cells. I tried to contact them. Soon they all went silent. The frequencies dead.
How did you get between here and the mainland?
At night, I used a dinghy. I only went after dark then. When I got to the city, I stayed underground. Patrols, you lot, the commons too. They'd started snitching.
So in the city you move underground?
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. I don't even have to hide. They think I'm another antisocial vagrant. I could walk straight into that town if I wanted.
He falls silent, his gaze fixed on the shack huddled together across the water. Why don't you just walk there?
I don't want to. They're all traitors. Pigs, rabbits, and dogs. Men without ideals are only animals.
Okay, tell me another thing.
The old man looks across the water at the city, the ruins, the motorways rising above it.
Yeah, you said you deserted your unit?
I was just 16 years old. 15 when I volunteered. I had a lapse of faith. And of courage, too.
Lapse of faith?
You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat and thought Mazovian socioeconomics were fallible. For a second, I doubted the irreducible laws of historic materialism. A second is all it took
For what?
for reaction to take hold.
What's reaction?
Petty bourgeois terror. It's in all men.
It wasn't reaction. You were just afraid.
It's the same thing. You haven't seen it. Not really. Not naked. It's impossible not to be afraid.
It remains unclear what it is. He makes leaps he doesn't expect you to follow.
And when was this exactly?
May the 13th, 08. 44 years ago. The horizon was black with coalition airships. Their petroleum rose to the sky and it looked like it formed the clouds. Storm clouds. When they started shelling, it was dark magic.
Dark magic?
The combined might of international capital. All at once, all the greed and terror in the world tore into Revachol. It lifted streets from the ground and turned houses into ghosts. We were in the flak tower,
He gestures toward it.
huddled on the floor. The artillery was 80 kilometers away in Ozon, but I knew. I knew the commune would fall. We would all be turned into ash. So I said I was going to the map room.
He looks east. What then?
I ran. I climbed the chain link across the water and hid inland, in the bunkers underground, like the weakest of the weak. A mouse, frightened of the ordnance all night, and the sound of the rotors in the morning, whirring.
He looks at the sky. What was that?
Airships. I climbed out into hell. The landing was complete. The chain was submerged. I had to swim back. The fortress was half submerged too, shattered. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The anti-aircraft gun had malfunctioned. So had I. I left them without ideological direction. It was real. I'd seen it. I'd seen it in reality.
Seen what?
The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to take it off to kill everyone, everything you love. All the hope and tenderness in the world. It has to take it off just for 1 second to do the deed. And then you see it, as it strangles and beats your friends to death. The sweetest, most courageous people in the world. You see the fear and power in its eyes. Then you know.
What?
That the bourgeois are not human.
Man, you've lost your mind. I always suspected the same. That's definitely enough now. Yeah, say nothing. Let him finish.
I had to. I had to fight it. I had to never stop.
The old man falls silent. His black eyes keep piercing your skin as he looks to some great distance behind you, shaking his head slowly, retreating from it. So you said this is your termless surrender.
You're with the RCM, the coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol.
Yeah, I'm not coalition appointed. I just try to help people. That's right, I'm with the good guys. We enforce the law. We keep these animals from killing each other. I know what it looks like, but I have secret plans to turn the RCM into Mazovian Revolutionary Unit. I'm with the RCM. Let's leave it at that. Yeah, I'm not coalition appointed. I just try to help people.
You're the RCM. You represent the Moralist International, the enemies of humanity who took this city. I represent their adversary, le Parti Communiste d'Insolande. Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can no longer serve. No superiors can relieve me of my duty. You bulldoze them all to a mass grave for trying to free humanity.
Wait. His hand shakes and he breaks into a coughing fit.
Rene, the royalist on the coast, said.
Yeah, the commoners signed the Rovacholian instruments of surrender.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument. Traitors who should have been burned alive. I answer to the Communist Party.
So is that why you've been here for 43 years? Because the party didn't surrender?
If the party had surrendered, then it would not be the party.
Yeah, that's insane.
You're insane. Radio shows, speed racing, sporting goods. None of it is real.
So you're a communist soldier from the communist army?
No, I am not a soldier. I am an ideological officer. I belong to the party, not the army.
But you said you were trained and assigned to the defense corps.
Trained in historical materialism, then assigned as a political commissar by the party. These things used to mean something.
Wait, what does a political commissar do?
The old man does not answer. He tilts his silver head and looks at the reeds. You see a small tremor pass through his legs.
My pig asked you a question. Quit spazzing out and tell him about the...
The kid doesn't get to finish the sentence.
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a knight philosopher of the revolution. A future human.
That means you are a trained communist, right?
He nods slowly. Then another tremor.
I'm a revolutionary too. Today the real revolutionizing is done by entrepreneur. Yeah, I'm not really into politics myself. Yeah, say nothing. He looks away to the sea and lets out the cough. Again, so you've been hiding here for 43 years.
43 years and 10 months.
Oh, that's insane. That's steadfast. That's the length of my entire life, oh yeah.
It's too long. It's not how a human being should live. But I couldn't just forget what I saw.
What have you been doing all this time?
Hiding, fishing, waiting.
He looks across the water.
Always waiting. Always.
For what?
For her to return.
Her who?
Girl child. Revolution.
I come from there. Point to the mainland. I can assure you that is not what the people are planning. I've been there. The city isn't tinderbox. It may still happen. Yeah, I've seen it. Shake your head. Capital is too powerful. The rich are very well organized. Yeah, woman will always betray you. Yeah, so I come from there. Point to the mainland. I can assure you that is not what the people are planning.
I am not a fool. I know. The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind. The historic opportunity for a revolution has passed. It will not come back anymore, however hard I try, whatever I do.
Okay, I have another serious question for you.
There's nothing serious in this world. It's a farce.
Okay, what have you been using this gun for?
I've used it for killing people.
Killing people? Like straight offing them?
It's a gun. That's what they're for. You want a moralist euphemism? Defending your family and your property. I haven't done that. I've used it to kill people.
You mean like lately? After the war?
There is no after the war. Class war is never over.
Ooh, okay.
So he's continued killing after hostilities ended. Okay. Go in straight. No euphemisms. He doesn't like those.
So you are saying you kill people after active fighting stopped?
What did I just say?
He keeps shaking his head. Erratically, suddenly, he brushes something out of his eye.
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
Okay, did you use that gun to shoot and kill a colonel of the security contractor Cuno?
The who now?
He leans in and cups his ear.
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Okay, the corpse in ceramic armor hanging behind the welding in rags. Did you shoot him? The fascist death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the night of March 4th. His name was Ellis Cortaner. He was part of security detail. Herr Martinez, a beautiful strong man sent here by the Honorable Private Military Company, Colonel. You know who I mean. Yeah, let's go with this one. The fascist death squad who took a bullet in the mouth on the night of March 4th.
Oh, yes. That one. Ugly piece of work, that boy.
Did you kill him? Fucking tell this cop.
I am a son of a welder and an officer of the Commune of Revachol. I do not collaborate with murderers and pederasts of the liberal regime.
Exhaust him with proof. Pile it all on him. Get a confession.
Okay, Yeah, I don't need your cooperation. I've got this. Yeah, we've done the ballistics point to the tower. The shot came from this island.
I saw you poking around there, looking for evidence. You're damn diligent when it comes to dead fascies. Did you like the view?
He's practically admitting to it. Just one thing remains unclear. The rifle does not seem to have a scope.
Yeah, one thing, where is the scope? How did you make the shot without a scope? We have everything else.
Forget about your stupid fucking scope. I don't know where it is. Find it yourself. It's your problem now.
He lost it. He just doesn't know where it is. Forget it. Push on.
Okay, you said fascist. You're admitting you killed him is the best uninterrupted line of sight into that window in all of Martinez. Yeah, it's the best uninterrupted line of sight into that window in all Martinez.
Because it's a sniper's nest, you stupid fuck. Radio Gosh is right. You have worms in your brain.
Another sudden twitch, then one more one in his right eye. Come on, what am I forgetting? Hit yourself on the side of your head. My god, I've got nothing at all.
You see the Cuno watch you try to stimulate thought processes by hitting yourself.
Yo, a word.
He gestures to talk to you on the side. Yeah, excuse us for a moment, Mr. Dros. Yeah, let's talk to him.
Okay, so, we've got the old fuck.
The kid whispers, his eyes bugging out of his skull with excitement. Yeah, do you think he did it?
Oh, fuck. He's practically dying to big up how he did it. Just get him to cough it up. Cuno's got your back.
Oh, I'm slapping myself to get ideas.
Yeah, Cuno can see that. So can fucking Murder Rooney here. You should stop. It's weird as fuck.
Okay, I'm trying to get him to confess.
Yes, Cuno can see that. You got this. Think of like... what other shit he's done too. Cuno can tell he's a killer.
How do you think the questioning is going?
Good. I think it's going really fucking well. Just cut it with the punch and shit, alright? Makes us look like we got nothing.
Okay, what can I put on him to get him to confess?
He's into some ancient warrior shit. Hate shit. Pressure cook him. Push it on him. Like motive shit. Pig style.
Ooh,
Of course. Why didn't you think of it? Motive shit. Pig style.
okay, let's do this.
Cuno's in the game. Let's fucking do this, pig.
He whispers excitedly. Okay, yeah, let's talk to him.
Minions of capital. What do you want?
Okay, one more time, Mr. Dross, the colonel. We need to talk about you killing him.
Petty bourgeois law. This is all you care about, right? The only thing in the world for you types.
That's right. Pile it all on him now. 3 should do it. Maybe 4.
You did it because you are on the side of the Union, right? It was political.
The Debardeurs Union is a social democratic piss stain. And the fat bourgeois pig who keeps it.
He shakes his head. Miss Claire, what about him?
Never trust a social democrat. Social democrats are pederasts. And women. They're the real enemy.
There is something here for later. He knows his name. But don't let this break the pace now. Push forward.
You did it. You had the means and the motive. It's over.
Over? It was over when they shelled the coast and bodies ripped apart from the pressure. It was over then for all of us.
His eyes look right through you.
You fucks don't understand. The ordnance, the mist of blood, it's beyond belief their aggression when you attack their class interests.
We ain't with them, yo. This is fucking Revachol West representing here.
You're with the enemy, kid. A fucking halberdier of the market liberal regime.
So we know what happened here in this city. You rabid lunatics tore it to pieces and killed 50 million people. I don't care. I don't care what happened 50 years ago. This is now, and we need to keep the city safe. Yeah, we know what happened here in this city. You rabid lunatics tore it to pieces and killed 50 million people.
It was 200,000. 200,000 tops. Those numbers are madness. Millions, tens of millions have died after the landing. In your hands.
Yeah, I don't need your cooperation. I've got this. Yeah,
Got nothing to say about that boomstick, huh? You choking? That's the stick that did it.
Yes, it's a real gun. Not like your little musketeer pistols. I've seen you prance around with those, jumping hoops for the liberals. You look like imbeciles. Why don't you ask them to give you real weapons? Going against automatic rifles with these toy guns. Of course you got those boys killed.
Damn, he saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the tribunal from here. It's not just empty boasting.
we saved a lot of them. Alan, and that musician, we handled it. Yeah, stop screaming. I have the murder weapon. Yeah,
You let them all die. Pranced around. Let your little friend be shot too. I didn't get a good look at that. Tell me, did he bleed out?
don't talk to me about Kim.
I know what it feels like. I lost people because I was weak too.
Okay, shut up. I'm calling it. I have the murder weapon.
Who are you trying to prove this to, huh? Your friend? He's not here. He's dead, isn't he?
He's not dead. He's in the hospital.
The world will rejoice when he dies. One fascia less.
He hisses, then glances into the reeds and twitches suddenly.
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't human. The blunt end of a hammer. Dripping with blood.
Okay, he was a rapist. I'm not saying he didn't deserve it. He was a killer, but he was still under the protection of the law. Yeah, he was a soldier too. He was a man. Yeah,
Beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you on this coast for 40 years. You know, maybe I should have killed one sooner. Got your attention. Now you stop beating druggies and prostitutes in your basement. Now you come to investigate. Not when they die by the hundreds.
he breathes through flared nostrils.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
So you shot him?
Oh, the inhumanity. One paramilitary less in Revachol.
You can almost see him squeeze a tear out of his eyes. His fists begin to tremble from the anger. Okay, just not. Hold your breath. Yeah, just not.
I had them in my sights. Both of them. Him and the whore. I was breathing with them. In phase. And I pulled the trigger and flew on the air until I landed in his mouth.
He begins to smile.
I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. I did. I saw him kneel there with his mouth full of death, and that stupid look on his face. And his dick still in her.
That what?
Nothing. I went to sleep. Next morning there were Maybells everywhere. The world was white, or what's left of it anyway. My last spring here. I knew the fascists would come to avenge their own. And so they did.
Fucking hell.
The kid looks at him for 1, maybe 2 seconds, breathing heavy with excitement. Boom! I got you. Me, the most boring cop on earth. Goddamn right I did. I just nailed you. Do you understand you're confessing to murder to a police officer?
Yes.
A single word is all he gives.
Now, a motive. You still need a motive. The confession alone isn't enough.
Wait, motive, why?
He could say he was taking a fall for someone. Insane. Coerced. It's useless in court without a motive. Don't mess this up.
One more thing. Why were you looking at them that night?
I'm always looking.
He cocks his head to the side, then turns his eyes to the city. Another tremor passes his right side, lowered in intensity.
You always creeping on people through your scope like that?
The kid squints his eyes.
A rifle scope has the best magnification.
And if you don't like what you see?
You pull the trigger?
Yes.
Ooh.
Think of it as a form of critique.
He will not stop now. These dialectical materialist types never do. Exploit it. You got him going. Connect every little piece now. Wrap this up like a gift.
So what specifically did you not like about what you saw the night of the murder?
Them. Fucking. I didn't like that.
So you were jealous?
Jealousy is a reactionary concept. I didn't like the Reaver enjoying himself. Drugged out, soothed in the arms of a young woman. I wanted him to die so he could not enjoy life anymore.
For him to stop reacting to stimuli, to be broken off from the world, cordoned into darkness.
And I wanted to see his head explode. That too. She should know better than to hold a child murderer between her thighs. I knew he'd be there for one more second, writhing. That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head. Now that I think of it, I wasn't aiming for his mouth. I wanted his brains to spill out on her. But you can't have everything.
Ooh, okay, how long had you been watching her?
Since she came to Martinez. I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind the Fell building. It was dark, still winter. She didn't have her skimpy outfit on then, just a spot in the night, moving.
What was she doing there?
Hiding something in the water. She had a fag after she'd done it. I was up in the ruins there. She couldn't see me, but I could see her, smoking. She was nervous, but not scared.
What do you think she hid there?
Her passport and tickets to Villiers. And from there to Cachet Brut.
How do you know this?
In the free state of Seminine, hidden away at the edge of the earth, near the Pale.
Some kind of hidden container on the coast? You looked into it?
Yes, after she'd gone. It was a submersible. Well made, actually.
Did you take the documents?
No, I put them back. Why would I take them? I'm not going to film. Oh, I mean...
Moving on, did you continue watching her after this?
I did. She had a face like an archipelago, with those birthmarks. And a body, hard and lean and bruised all over. Black and yellow. I could see she's taken a beating. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Revachol's the cloaca of capital now. All the bagmen and arms dealers end up here to do drugs and have sex like animals.
The bruises. Can you make that out in a scope?
And the bruises? You could see her bruises through the scope of a rifle?
You can't see that through a scope. It's just a blur there.
He shakes his silver grey head. So how did you get close enough to see the bruises, Mr. Dros?
I have my ways.
A cracked smile appears on his dried white lips. What ways? Tell me. Ooh, morale.
Not in this lifetime, Dwat.
He waves you off with a cough, his thoughts elsewhere.
This one's gone. Make up somehow. Connect something else. Fast.
One little thing missed and I drowned in anxiety. No, it's cool, I've already got him. I don't, yeah. One little thing missed and I drowned in anxiety.
Rightly so. Fix this now. Push on extra carefully.
Do you have feelings for that woman?
There's nothing to hold on to. Only this. It's not enough. Man needs to feel something else. In this fight, it helps if you have your eye on something there. It's weakness, I know.
There have been others.
Yes, over the years. It's not unproletarian to feel something.
One more thing about this woman.
Woman.
He smiled suddenly. So in conclusion, it wasn't about him, it was about her.
Her.
He repeats, staring at the ashes. Then the reeds. There is a twitch in the corner of his eye.
It was about bitches.
The boy nods grimly.
Where is she? I haven't seen her there for days.
Safe and sound, sire. Surely you have not misplaced the witness.
Yeah, she got away. We don't know where she got away, but she let us hear first. She figured out someone was watching her from the seafort. Yeah, we arrested her. I'm not at liberty to say. What should I do? Yeah, she got away, but she let us hear first. She figured out someone was watching her from the seafort.
Gone. I knew it. She kept staring into the scope this last week at the island, like she knew.
He sighs.
She'd look at night, crying or smoking on the roof, staring right into me. It doesn't matter.
He knew she knows. She was looking at the island, figuring it out, day by day, cigarette by cigarette.
We can totally get more out of him. He's squealing.
Who knows what he's seen and done over the years?
Yeah, been looking at anything else you haven't liked?
A tragic comedy. Druggies, prostitutes, and rentiers.
More specifically?
Specifically, the whole city is a charnel house, stripped clean and draped in neon. But Martinez is the worst.
How come?
Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist in Martinez. It's their favorite thing to do in the whole world. Listening to race-themed radio shows. In the ruins, in their lorries.
He points inland.
Pumped full of steroids and Radio Revachol 92. Race this, race that. It's all sanctioned by that Social Democratic Union and the farce of a Social Democrat who runs it.
Mr. Clare?
Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilistic advertising yuppies erect a statue of Philippe III, a syphilitic murderer, on the town square, to spit on the working class.
Okay, let him finish, do not interrupt. Yeah, let's go with this.
Not since the serfs of ancient Pericarnassus has history produced a more inert social class than the Martinez proletariat. The rest of Revachol at least pretends to rebuild. These people still live in ruins. In tents, like animals, like those boom-boom morons on the ice. A pity they didn't drown in that tent of theirs.
He keeps shaking his head with sorrow for the sight he missed. Yeah, that's all?
The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The old whore's gone now. Her gun-toting porcelain men are dead. So, actually, no. The worst is that old cop parading around in his uniform, throwing balls all day. It's not enough that the racists and liberals are dancing on our graves. The old loyalist ghouls still parade the ruins too.
Are you talking about René?
Every morning he's there, while the parasites he fought to protect are off in Ozon, or Kwayamorang, or some other island they built their palaces on, feeding on drugs and having sex with their own children.
Ooh, okay, say nothing.
That's all the rich really want. Sex with their own children. Throughout history, even the royal bloodline of the suzerain, it's all just an excuse for them to have sordid sex. At least that old cunt Frisell is now dead.
Okay, just not.
We did good when we pushed him under that horse car. If only, in the 30s, those disco whores...
What follows is ominous mumbling. You cannot make out a single word.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only a nonsensical sputter. There was something about a statue and nihilistic advertising agency people. Might be worth investigating.
Yeah, but first, disco horse
Whores.
is all he says. Even that word has to be pushed through his teeth with great force. The rage seethes too hard. So there was something about the statue on the roundabout. And syphilis.
Syphilis is a disease Philip III contracted in a whorehouse. The statue is an abomination.
Abomination.
The bacteria entered his brain and made him squander trillions on sparkling wine, cocainum, and monuments of himself. His son, Philip IV, the insane, contracted syphilis in the womb.
He breathes in with a wheeze of hatred.
That is technically possible, although Philippe III was not actually syphilitic. He was just mad.
And he still went on to govern Revachol for 25 years. We lost 2 million lives toppling that mode of government. And those grotesque statues, too. Hundreds of them.
But he's still there.
What a keen remark. Yes, it is, isn't it? It's still there. Do you know why?
Because you forgot to take it down? Because the king is holy and his statues are indestructible. Say, because the king is holy and his statues are indestructible, but mean it ironically. Because cynical advertising yuppies erected a deconstructed version of it. Yeah, I don't know.
I do. Some advertising cockroaches use their accumulated capital to erect a new, ironic version of it. We tore it down with honest, working-class plastic explosives. But there it is again, grinning.
He shakes his head in disgust.
Art is a bourgeois establishment. It's an affront to humanity. Every gallery should be bulldozed, and the artists should all be given 30 years of hard labor in Yekokata.
Wait, it suddenly strikes you. Perhaps it was not as it seemed.
Actually, it was not deconstructed so much as captured in the moment of the explosion.
What are you talking about?
The ancient communard cocks his head. It's not a monument to Philip III anymore, it's a monument of Philip III exploding.
What is this madness?
A dim light comes on in his eyes. It's not madness, it's a moment to what you did, to your program of destatuing Revachol.
So you're saying it's a communist monument now?
Not only.
Yes, and furthermore, the design bureau people are probably left-wing too. They often are. Oh,
We did always have the prettiest posters. Maybe you're right. That is how dialectics work. But understand this, art is still a bourgeois institution. And they all should still be sent to Yekokata.
ooh, I don't know about that. Could we not? Typical far-left treachery, repressing your own people. Yeah, I don't know about that. Could we not? Yeah, of course, straight to Yekokata.
Yes, Well,
The ancient communard sizes you both up, not sure what to think of it. Oh, that's good. That's it for the statue then. Tell me, Mr. Dross.
the fat union man let them put it there. Corrupt as he is. Probably got a fat check for it too, shared with the law.
So you mentioned the Union is social democratic and Mr. Clare a farce of a social democrat.
Another hideous disappointment. Unions are the real enemy. The true enemy of the proletariat. Placating the masses.
Disappointment. So personal. He displays a familiarity with the Union's top brass.
Who's a disappointment? Everard Clare?
That deformed toad? I wouldn't expect him to wipe his own ass. I mean, the brains of the operation. The smart one.
Doesn't Everard run the Union?
That mobster toad couldn't run a shithouse. He has no political education. His twin, Edgar Clare, that one's been to one of those East Revachol universities. He talks a big game about uprising and alienation and so on.
Oh, you've talked to Edgar?
First against the wall with him.
He stopped poking at the ash now, just shakes his head.
The Clears know everything about Martinez. Of course they know him too. Maybe they asked him to.
Have you approached them?
I haven't approached anyone. I've hid. It was Edgar who came to me.
Ooh, how did he know you were here?
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. He figured it out. Some kids told him about a monster on the island. I told you, he has brains.
He points to the path leading to the tower.
Stepped right off the boat and walked down where you came. I even kept the door open for him. Thought he was a man of the left, wouldn't rat me out. I was right about one of those things.
When was this?
20 years ago. Neither of them could walk now, could they? They were less fat then.
That's around the time the Clears came to power.
And what did you talk about?
Edgar did the talking. Paid his respects like I were a fossil in a uniform. Offered platitudes about the struggle. Flaunted his pink degree. Even quoted Marzov. Never trust a social democrat who quotes Marzov. Oh, and charity too. They love their charity. Offered me blankets and social housing. I still have the gas cooker he brought.
Ooh, and he let you be here?
Let me be here? The ZOC is an unlawful successor of the Commune of Revachol. We took this fortification from the Loyalists. Even the Clares understand this.
They let him be here. Understanding was a courtesy. But why such a courtesy?
Okay, Mr. Dross, you killed the Crenel mercenary for the Clares to incite a riot?
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar, I'm not doing anything for that swine again.
Yeah, again, what have you done for him before?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian socioeconomics. They didn't stick. We parted ways.
He coughs.
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for them. But he's insinuating something. There is more here. You can feel it. He was not outright lying, but almost.
Yeah, what was the deal between him and Edgar?
The connection comes to you like a splash of cold water. Dark, cold water.
So, 20 years ago, when you met Edgar, the Clares didn't run the Union yet, did they?
Hey.
A sputter from the old man.
He acknowledges it. Here we go. A twist behind the dark bend.
Who did?
That bourgeois cow. Tiffin Holly was her name. Licked the rich man's hand every time he came to town. Never seen a labor leader so hot on mutual cooperation. And money. She liked that too. That Holly was a real bridge builder and a deal maker.
His eyes glistened suddenly with hatred. So she was also a woman, wasn't she? Like that Klaasje.
She was. And she was real soft on those money men. Had a Barbara Muskova bag over her shoulder that she liked to bring to work.
And then she just disappeared.
Called in, they say. On the eve of battle. Ran away. Vanished like a piss stain.
He squints and smiles at the black logs.
No, that's not quite it, is it?
But did she... They say it was her daughter who called in for her. That wasn't her daughter, was it?
No, I guess it was not.
You could swear you see the embers glow again under his eyes on the dust. Edgard had someone make the call. Why is that, Mr. Dros?
She couldn't make the call herself.
Here it is, the bend in the river.
Why?
Because she was dead.
Just say nothing.
Okay, say nothing.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung. Fell into the canal grasping her tit and drowned. Or bled. Hard to say. It was a sloppy job. And a moving target. She was going home. Waddling. Dressed in yellow. Drunk like she often was. The ruins were black around her, and she had a yellow leather bag under her arm. She tried to cross the canal. Heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt, someplace like that, where they build those new bâtiments for the people who flourish in the hell around her. And the ruins.
Be abstract here. A bit of drama.
You killed her, you shot her, it was you. Make a motion like shooting a rifle, oh yeah?
It was someone. Someone shot her.
He shrugs, his eyes grow cold suddenly.
Or maybe she just fell. I get these violent ideations. My memory is filled with holes, especially the 30s. All I know is... nothing changed. Not in the material base, not in the hegemony. There was no uprising. Just words. The Union fizzled, sogged. Nothing came of it. Nothing.
Slippery fuck didn't keep his word.
The kid's been listening, mouth agape.
Now that sounds like you want me to testify in your charade of law. My days are numbered. Let them rot away in a moral intern cell. I've said all I will.
He coughs. But you did do it.
I saw it happen, and I liked it. That's all I have to say. I didn't live and fight for 40 years to end up as a collaborationist. I've heard it on Channel 8, 40 AM, Radio Revachol, late night. Everyone is a blobber in this world. Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up for betrayal. The best ones, the ones with heart, were slaughtered, trampled.
He looks to the city. So by the cock parading in his colorful uniform, you mean René?
Every fucking morning for 34 years. Throwing that ball. One ball against the other. I've always loathed that game. That is not a working class game. I don't care what they say on Radio June. Royalist ghouls played like it was life itself. Click, clack across the water each day. And that uniform, like a parrot plumage. I won't even mention that he's a traitor to his race. A petank maniac race traitor.
Okay, just not. Now I don't know about... whoa, let's back off before you get too agitated. Yeah, just not.
I remember him. I remember him from La Noce. Not him, personally. His make and model. There were tens of thousands of them. I thought we took them all out before the liberals came to their rescue. We missed one. That one.
With his shaky finger, he points to the city, towards the crater near the plaza where a lonely pine tree stands.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped off. Please, Mr. Dros, shoot me.
You'd like to kill him?
Not yet. I like to look at him strut around, place the crosshair on his medals, right on his face, and just fiddle the trigger. Think about it. Let the bomb melt in my mouth.
Sometimes Cuno likes to look at the baggie before he does it. Just look at that fat baggie.
He is a juicy bonbon, that one. A real treat for the black day. The blackest. When I put that gun in my own mouth, I think, no, don't waste it. Put this lead in that cock, Rene. For the boys he killed. And then I look at him throw those balls, and I suddenly feel.
He lets out a wistful sigh.
Better. I even hid one bullet, so I'd always have one. For him. Haven't seen him there lately. Must be down with arthritis. Old cunt.
Okay, I'm glad we talked about this. Now,
Glad? It's all gone.
yeah, I want to ask again about the people you don't like. We have something here?
His lip curls into a sneer at the memory.
Okay, no.
Glad? It's all gone.
Yeah, try to assess his body language. Oh my god, we're gonna fail this one. Yeah, let's not risk it. Yeah, Iosef Lilianovich Dros, you are under arrest for the murder of Elix Kortener.
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
Your Wayfarer rights have been suspended. Information provided to the officer on the scene will be used against you by the prosecution. He looks around confused. You will be provided legal counsel within 1 week and must face court in 44 days.
Do you understand?
Yeah, you tell him, Cuno. Do you understand, sir?
No, I don't want to. I have to stay here.
He looks at the reeds, eyes full of terror.
We don't need your permission. We do need to talk about that boat, though. How are we gonna take him?
Does the boat have room for 3?
Yeah, no. Only 2 are gonna fit in that fucker. I guess you could take him back, but...
He squints, realizing something.
Wait, but then who watches over him while you're coming back?
Yeah, but then who watches him there while I come back for you?
Fuck! It's the 3 piggies and a boat problem.
What is this farce? This is a fucking farce. I can't.
Lillian, you could ask her.
Maybe I can just ask that net picker woman to watch him. Yeah,
Watch this killer.
the kid shakes his head and points to him.
This fucking world. This world. What is this?
Below the confusion and rage, a fit of jamais vu like yours. The thought passes, more pressing matters take its place.
You could come back for me once you've taken him to prison. I could come back for you once I've taken him to prison. Or, wait. Ooh, okay. Yeah, I could come back for you once I've taken him to the prison.
How about the Cuno comes back for you?
Ooh, I can't let the kid go and take a murderous suspect to the station. Yeah, I can't let a kid go and take a murder suspect to the station.
This fucking world. What are you talking about? Is this